Blood dripped steadily onto the metal floor of the interrogation chamber. Lieutenant Commander Elena Vasquez hung from magnetic restraints, her breathing ragged but controlled. The Vortak Inquisitor circled her like a predator, its biomechanical appendages still crackling with residual energy from the last session. 6 hours, human, Inquisitor Krell announced, mandibles clicking in frustration. 6 hours of our most advanced pain induction, and still you give us nothing. Where is your fleet hiding? Elena lifted her head, managed a bloody smile. I told you, coffee shop on Epsilon Prime. Makes terrible espresso. The neural probe struck again, sending white-hot agony through every nerve ending. Elena's body convulsed, but somewhere beneath the pain, she counted. 6 hours, 14 minutes. Almost there. Krell's assistant, a smaller Vortak named Vex, checked his instruments. Inquisitor, her neural patterns are unusual. The pain responses are genuine, but there's an underlying rhythm to her brainwaves. Almost like she's counting. Elena gasped out, spitting blood. Good catch. Most species don't notice that. Krell struck her across the face with an armored appendage. You mock us? The Vortak Collective has broken thousands of minds across the galaxy. You will tell us Earth's defensive positions. Sure, Elena coughed. Right after you tell me why your species never developed music. Seriously, what's up with that? Another wave of agony. Elena's vision blurred, but she forced herself to maintain the count. 6 hours, 17 minutes. In her peripheral vision, she caught Vex checking external sensors nervously. Good. They were starting to wonder why a lone human scout would venture so deep into Vortak space. Starting to question why she'd practically surrendered when spotted. Inquisitor, Vex whispered urgently. Protocol suggests we should have broken her by now. Human pain tolerance isn't supposed to. I know what protocol says. Krell snapped. He turned back to Elena. What are you? Some kind of enhanced soldier? Genetic modification? Elena laughed, a harsh sound. Nah, just Irish on my mother's side, Russian on my father's. We're genetically stubborn. The joke cost her another session with the neural probe. When it ended, she was closer to breaking than she'd let them see. But the count continued. 6 hours, 22 minutes. Why do you resist? Krell asked, genuine puzzlement in his synthesized voice. Your fleet can't save you. You're going to die here. Why endure this suffering for nothing? Elena met his compound eyes. That's the difference between us. You torture for information. We endure for time. Time for what? She smiled again, weaker now. You know what humans call the ability to endure pain for a greater purpose? We call it Tuesday. Vex scanner began beeping urgently. Inquisitor. Energy signatures detected at the edge of the system. Multiple contacts moving fast. Krell spun toward the displays. Impossible. How did they find us? This facility is hidden in a nebula, protected by a sensor grid that updates every 6.5 hours, Elena finished. Really should randomize that schedule. The Inquisitor's eyes widened in comprehension. You wanted to be captured. You knew we'd bring you here. Humanity's funny, Elena managed, her voice growing stronger despite the pain. We'll walk into hell if it means our friends can follow us out. Every minute I bought was another light year my fleet could cover. Alarms began screaming. The facility shook as the first impacts hit. They're targeting our defensive platforms. Vex shrieked. Surgical strikes, they know exactly where. Because I've been mapping your base for 6 hours, Elena said. Neural probes work both ways, if you know how to modulate your thoughts. Every time you scanned my brain, I was scanning your systems. Krell raised the probe one more time, rage in his movements. Elena laughed, blood bubbling on her lips. Go ahead. Won't change. What's coming? You want to know Earth's greatest weapon? It's not our ships or our guns. It's the fact that every human will endure any pain, suffer any torture, if it helps our people. The door exploded inward. Marines in powered armor stormed in, weapons trained. Behind them, Commander Marcus Stone stepped through, his face granite. "Lieutenant Commander Vasquez," he said formally. "Mission accomplished?" Elena straightened as much as her restraints allowed. 6 hours, 28 minutes of distraction, sir. Base fully mapped. Defenses compromised. Mission accomplished. As the Marines freed her and the medics rushed in, Elena looked back at Krell one last time. The Inquisitor stood frozen, watching his life's work crumble around him. "You asked why I endured," she said softly. "Simple. Because I could. Because my pain meant 100 worlds would be free from yours, worth every second." They carried her out as the base fell. Another reminder that humanity's greatest strength wasn't in avoiding suffering. It was in choosing what was worth suffering for.